Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are on page 71 of your student journal. And our objective or our goal today is today I will use greater than, comma, less than, comma, or equal to compare numbers. Okay, so let's read this one more time together. So today I will use greater than, less than, or equal to compare numbers. So we're going to be continuing with what we've been doing. So in our vocabulary, we don't have anything brand new. And in our steps, they do tell us how to do it, friends, but we've learned a lot of different strategies of how to do this. So today we're going to practice a few of those different strategies. Okay, so I'm going to get started right away with my red pen if you want to watch me. Okay, here is my first problem. And my first problem says, which symbol goes in the box to make the number sentence true? 500 plus 60 plus 7 compared to 567. Okay, so I can do a couple different strategies, but the first thing I need to do is they have to be in the same form. I can't compare expanded form to standard form. So I'm going to change my expanded form to standard form. Okay, now I can compare them. So for this one, I might just look at my place values, but I'm going to first label them. I always want to label them. So I labeled my ones place value, my tens and my hundreds, my ones, tens, and hundreds. Now remember when I compare, I always want to start from hundreds, then tens, then ones. So I have 500s and 500s. Okay, that doesn't help me because those are the same. I have 6 tens and 6 tens. Oh, those are still the same. I have 7 ones and 7 ones. Those are still the same. So that tells me that those numbers are equal to each other. Okay, let's look at my next one. This one says, which symbol goes in the box to make the number sentence true? Okay, so again, I can't have an expanded form compared to a standard form. So let's change this. And we can change it to 243, and I'm going to compare it to 245. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to maybe try a different strategy that we've learned, and then you can try different strategies as well. I might draw my place value chart for this one. So I draw a rectangle, and then I draw a title, and then I divide it, and then I make two lines, so I have 1, 2, 3 columns. That's my ones, tens, and my hundreds. Okay, so I'm going to put my numbers in. So I have 243, and I have 245. Okay, so when I compare, we always compare hundreds, tens, ones. So I have 200s and 200s. That doesn't help me. I have 4 tens and 4 tens. That doesn't help. I have 3 ones and 5 ones. Oh, 5 ones is greater, which means that whole number is greater, which means that I'm going to grab that one. So I'm going to grab 245. And I can write less there, which means that's a less than sign. So that tells me that 200 plus 40 plus 3 is less than 245. Okay, let's look at my last one. It says, which symbol goes in the box to make the number sentence true? 682 compared to 600 plus 80 plus 1. Okay, so again, we have standard form and expanded form. So I'm going to change this to 681. Okay, so I have, those are my new numbers, a standard form and a standard form. And I might choose, maybe on this one, we'll try something different. It'll be a lot of drawing for me, but that's my ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds. Maybe I could do my base 10 block strategy on this. So I have 6 hundreds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 8 10 rods, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I have 2 1 units. Okay, on this one I have 600 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 8 10 rods, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I have 1 1 unit. Okay, so let's compare these. 600s, 600s, that doesn't help me. 8 10s, 8 10s, that doesn't help me. 2 1s, 1 1. Oh, so that means that whole number's larger, which means I'm going to grab that one. Okay, so that means our sentence is 682 is greater than 600 plus 80 plus 1. Now, friends, notice I did some different strategies. We're going to practice those, but I want you to decide which strategy works best for you when you're doing these on your own. Okay, so we're on page 72 together. On page 72 together. Okay, and here is our first problem. Which symbol goes in the box to make the number sentence true? Okay, so we have 645 compared to 600 plus 7. Okay, this one's a little tricky because this is in standard form and this is an expanded form, but this one's a little tricky. 600 plus 7, it's not 67 or 670. It is actually just 607 because there was no tens here. So make sure that you write it in standard form correctly. And we have 645. Okay, so let's mark our place values. Ones, tens, hundreds. Ones, tens, hundreds. Okay, so remember when we compare, we're going to always compare with our hundreds first. So I have 6 hundreds, doesn't help me. I have 4 tens and 0 tens. Ooh, that one has more tens, which means that whole number's more. So let's grab that whole number. And our number sentence then is 645 is greater than 600 plus 7, which is 607. Okay, friends, let's look at our next one. We have, which symbol goes in the box to make the number sentence true? 100 plus 20 plus 7 compared to 127. Okay, so this is expanded and this is standard. So let's make this the match. So this would be 127 and that's 127. Okay, let's mark them. Ones, tens, hundreds. Ones, tens, hundreds. Okay, so we can use any strategy when you're working by yourself, but why don't we just practice our base 10 block? So this means I have 100 square. I have 2 10 rods, and I have 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we have 100 square, 2 10 rods, and 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so when we go to compare, what do we have? 100 and 100 doesn't help. 2 10s and 2 10s doesn't help. 7 ones and 7 ones does not help. So that means those were all equal, and that's our symbol. Okay, let's do one last one together. Okay, we have, which symbol goes in the box to make the number sentence true? 500 plus 20 plus 3 compared to 525. Okay, so let's write them both in standard form, and we get 523, and that's 525. Okay, let's always put our place values on top. Ones, tens, hundreds. Ones, tens, hundreds. So for this one, we maybe could do a place value chart if we want to try to do one. So let's make a rectangle. They don't give us a lot of room, right? Let's make a small section at the top. Okay, let's divide this in half and make 2 vertical lines. And then we have ones, tens, hundreds. Okay, and what is our first number? 523 and 525. Okay, and when we compare, we always start in the hundreds. So 5 and 5 doesn't help. 2 and 2 doesn't help. 3 and 5. Oh, 5's larger, which means this whole number is larger. So that's what we're going to grab. And I could write the word less, which tells me what symbol that is. So it's 500 plus 20 plus 3, or 523 is less than 525. Okay, boys and girls, you have some to try on your own, and you have lots of different strategies to try. So use which strategy works best for you. Have a good day.